So here we go. You know what it's like to play Winnipeg first round of a playoff series. This year, how different is it?
I don't know. It's kind of more of the same, right? It's just playoff hockey, so it's a really exciting time of the year, and obviously we have a lot of new guys in the lineup too. That'll hopefully give us a better chance to run over these guys. So it's exciting.
What has the last 7 weeks been like? Since the trade deadline and all the players coming and going and all these changes, how have you guys been able to maintain and stay where you are?
I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to our head coach Carl Taylor and all the other staff. Like a lot of new bodies in here and having to teach them the new systems and making sure everyone's on the same page. And I think they've done a really good job of that. And I think we haven't really faltered at all and continue to push forward.
Can you allow yourself, as a member of the team, can you allow yourself to be surprised at all when things with all that upheaval and things? I mean, you have to keep positive, right, and stay going forward. And we're going to win. But in the back of your mind, can you think about, boy, this is amazing, we're still doing this?
Yeah, I mean, not really. Like, as a goalie, it doesn't really matter who's in the lineup, and you can't think about that at all, so you just focus on stopping the puck. So for me, no, not really.
What was the playoff series like? Let's go back a year. 5 games against Manitoba. What was that like, especially the first 2? We know how this year it's reversed, right? Like the first 2 are in Winnipeg. You guys stole the first 2 in Milwaukee. You know how big a change that can be in a series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's last year was obviously an amazing experience, and it was a great series and really exciting and a hard-fought battle, and I expect more of the same for this upcoming series as well. As far as being on away for the first few games, I don't think it's going to make a big difference at all. I think no matter where you're playing or where you're at, like, boys are going to be ready to go.
You know very well what they bring to the table. So explain a little bit what they bring to the table here. What are a couple of the keys for you, the Admirals, to get out of the first round?
Yeah, I mean, just from a goalie standpoint, they like to shoot a lot from everywhere. So they just throw pucks on net, and they have all their guys just driving the net. So from a goalie standpoint, you're just always got to be ready for pucks from all different types of angles. And be ready because they're going to be coming hard too. So got to control those rebounds as well and know where everybody is on the ice.
When that series ended last year, how big of a relief was it to get out of the first round and move on? And the relief of, boy, this was a battle kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a great feeling because you want to win. But even then, when we won, it was like you celebrate for a little bit, and that's like, okay, on to the next one, and just take one step at a time.
So the experience you had last year, then you get that first round, and then lose in the second round to Chicago, the only team to beat Chicago in regulation in the postseason, by the way. But does that leave you wanting more?
For sure, yeah. Obviously, when you don't win at all, you leave the season feeling really unsatisfied, and I know I felt really unsatisfied with how the last game went. So you're just itching to get another opportunity, and hopefully go all the way this time.
Last one here, the layoff, having 12 days off between games. Good, bad, doesn't matter?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm a little bit different than a lot of people where, as a goalie, there's been times where I don't play for 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks. So it's, for me, it's not a big deal, but for the other guys, I'm sure it'll be fine as well. We're going to scrimmage here this weekend, and it'll feel like a normal game, and I think the boys can be ready to go.